Today I'm going to be working on starting an education series that's going to be designed at our common gym movement patterns that are going to be aimed specifically for prosthetic users. So we're going to call this series a concept, a cue, and a strategy. So concept being what are we trying to accomplish, a cue, how I'm thinking about it, and then a strategy, how can you put this into play and know whether or not you're getting it correct. All of this is going to be based on not just what's been successful for me, but what I've been able to find success with other amputees. And today we're going to talk about the most common movement I get asked about, and that's squatting. I'm specifically going to be targeting the box squat today. However, a box squat or a free squat doesn't really change. I just happen to have box squats in my training today. So the concept that most amputees tend to miss when they're squatting is how to maintain tension on their prosthetic the entire way down. A prosthetic it's an inanimate object. So if we load it and let go, it's just going to go. And so what tends to happen as we squat is we don't hold it down, we push down, and then it'll kick us off onto our sound side, and we've got this very unbalanced squat. So that's what we're going to be working on. That's our concept today, is maintaining that tension. And most of it's around thought process. So our concept, maintaining tension on our prosthetic during a squat. The cue that I've used most successfully for this is kind of goofy, but it seems to work pretty quick. And it is simply this. When I'm squatting, on my way down, I actively think about pushing my knee down into the toe of my prosthetic to create that compression of the device without losing or creating the propulsion effect. We're trying to delay the propulsion until we change direction. So that's our cue. We want to drive the knee into the toe the entire time. So what we're going to feel when that happens, we're going to feel a lot more in the back of the leg. We absolutely should. And so far in my experience, for the most part, when you're squatting as an amputee, especially if you're going to get into, I want to squat weights, I want to squat heavier weights, if you can hit the position on the way down, you're going to be able to stand it up as long as you continue to maintain that tension. So the name of the game again is that's why this is the concept, is maintaining tension. All right, now our strategy. So we know what we need to think about. We know what we're trying to accomplish. How do we know we're getting it done? This little band drill I'm going to show in many different exercises in many different ways, but the band doesn't lie. This is a drill that I started using as a coach before my amputation and has become an incredibly valuable piece of my learning as I became an amputee and had to learn how to move through the world that way. So what the band drill is we're going to anchor this band up front. It's anchored on a bench. I'm going to put this under just past the ball of the foot. And so now I get into my squat stance, and if I'm pushing down on this, when I hit my squat, I maintain that tension. You'll see this band doesn't go anywhere, and I'm pushing down on the band the whole time. If I lose that tension, you see I had that little kick off to the side, but more importantly, I know right away because that band is gone. That if I do not hold tension on my prosthetic like we're talking about in our best way to create an even balanced squat, that band will leave. If we don't have anything to anchor it to, we can simply put it between our 2 feet, and it's really a good cue for an able-bodied athlete as well. But so that's the strategy. That's how we develop this skill set and we make this our natural way of squatting so that we can eventually create that good tension. We're good, we're balanced, and we don't even need the extra. So that is our strategy on how to accomplish better tension, better balance in our squat. If you found this useful, please let me know in the comments. If you've got other questions, maybe this was a challenge for you and you need a little clarification, I would love to discuss that in the comments. Any other movements that you'd like me to break down in different ways for you to learn them on your own or with some help, I would love to do that. So again, put all the interaction in the comments, and I look forward to continue to build on this series. I think this can be very beneficial in the long run for many people, so let's keep it rolling. Thank you.